thank you for joining me. Okay, so we are going to begin in our child's pose for this little flow that we've got planned. Send the knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch, send the fingertips out nice and long, reaching as far away from you as possible. Think about trying to create space within the back, sending the hips down as far as you can whilst reaching the fingertips forward in front of you. And spend a few moments breathing deeply into the bottom of the ribs. Allow your breath to calm, allow the mind to quiet. Take one more full breath in and out. And then when you're ready, walking the hands in slightly, tucking the toes, sending the hips up to your first down dog. Think about pedaling the feet out if you need to, taking any free movement that you might need. Noticing where there feels like there's restrictions, where you feel that you can move from. Maybe reaching back towards each ankle, encourage a bit of rotation. Maybe twisting through the back, the upper back. Just exploring any free movement for a moment. And then what I want you to think about doing is bending the knees nice and generously, send the hips all the way back towards the feet, and then come forward into your top plank position. And just rotate between those two. So you're feeling a good stretch through the feet, through the backs of the legs, and then shifting the weight forward into the wrists. Try to move with the breath, moving mindfully as you go. And then pausing when you're next, back in your down dog. Think about pushing the floor away with the hands, sending the heels back to the back of the mat, wrapping those shoulders across the back body. When you're ready, inhaling to lift the right leg, bend the knee to bring the knee to nose, step to the top of the mat between the hands, drop the left knee down, untuck the left toes to your low lunge. From your low lunge, think about keeping the core engaged, tuck the tailbone under, bring the rib cage down, send the fingertips up nice and high. And think about creating a little bit of tension, so send the left hip forward, pull the right foot back between the two hips. Take a big deep breath in, and as you exhale, send the hips back towards the left foot, rolling back on the right foot. Fingertips go back behind you to your runner's lunge. Try and keep the weight relatively evenly distributed right to left. Inhale back to your low lunge. Exhale back to your runner's lunge. We're just going to move through a few of these, moving with the breath. Inhaling as you come through to your low lunge. Exhaling to hinge at the hips, rolling back on the right foot. Try and keep the chest nice and proud, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Think about folding at the hips rather than allowing the chest to collapse. Inhale back to your low lunge. Exhale to your runner's lunge. Do two more like that for me. Good. And when you're next, back in your low lunge, placing the hand back down either side of the right foot, tucking the left toes, lifting the left knee, stepping back to your plank and then into your down dog. From here, we're doing the same on the other side, so left leg lifts, bend the left knee, bring the left knee to nose, step to the top of the mat between the hands, drop the right knee down, untuck the right toes, send the fingertips up to the top of the sky. Think about tucking the rib cage down, drawing the belly in, creating that tension, pulling the left foot back, sending the right hip forward. Often with yoga, it's not just about stretching, it's about creating that mobility, so that strength within a certain range as well. One more deep breath in here, and then as you exhale, sending the hips back to the right foot, Rolling back on the heel of the left foot, squeeze the shoulder blades together, turn the chest forward nice and proud. Inhale to your low lunge. Exhale to your runner's lunge. Inhale to your low lunge. Exhale to your runner's lunge. And again, every time you come into that runner's lunge, keep the chest nice and proud. Send the fingertips back, squeeze the shoulders together. Inhale to your low lunge. Exhale. When you're next back in your low lunge, pausing for a moment before placing the hands down to frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, step back to your plank and then your down dog. Pausing for a moment in your down dog to re-find your rhythm, your breath. Before, when we're ready, lifting the right leg, bending the knees, step to the top of the mat between the hands, this time keeping the back leg lifted, inhaling up to your high lunge. Pausing for a moment there. Think about sending that left heel back, tightening through the thigh, the quads on the left. Take a deep breath in, bring hands to heart center, and as you exhale, drop the back foot down at an angle, opening out to your warrior two. Can you bend the front knee a little deeper? Send the fingertips away from each other, and the chest turns to the side of the room that you're facing. Really think about peeling that right knee open to the side. As you next inhale, interlace the fingers behind you. You're going to create a point with your index fingers. So send the index fingers down to the ground. Think about opening out through the chest. Option as always, if that doesn't suit you, to have a strap or a blanket to hold on to. Send the fingers down to the ground, opening up through the chest, the shoulders. And as you exhale, folding forward to your humble warrior, your Baddha Virabhadrasana. And think about allowing the head to fall down to the floor, keeping the legs exactly as they are, grounding through the left foot, the right knee pointing forward. Take a deep breath in here and out. And as you next inhale, place the hands down at a 45-degree angle in front of you. Excuse my hair. And think about creating that length within the back. Option, as always, if you have blocks to hand, that allows you to create that extra space. Try and keep the legs exactly where they are. Grounding through the left foot, keeping that right knee pointing forward. Create length within the upper back. Good, one more deep breath in and out there. Before walking the hands back round to frame the front foot, pivoting on the left toes, left hand stays down, back leg stays lifted as the right fingertips go up to the sky. For your easy twist. One more deep breath in and out. Before bringing the right hand down to frame the right foot, step the right foot back, hinging up to your down dog once more. We have the same to do on the other side, so pausing in your down dog for a moment. When you're ready, inhaling, lifting the left leg, bring the left knee to nose, step to the top of the mat, inhaling up to your high lunge. Wobbling is fine, it's normal. If you know me, I'm a very wobbly person. Think about sending that right foot back to the back of the room, tightening through the right quads, keeping a good bend on the left knee, drawing the rib cage down. Take a deep breath in as you bring hands to heart center once more. Drop the back knee, the back foot down at an angle, opening out to your warrior two on the other side. I'm just going to switch around. So warrior two on the left. Good bend in the left knee, grounding through the right foot, fingertips reaching away from each other. Now we're interlacing the fingers behind us again, but this time do it the other way round. So have the uncomfortable finger on top. Send the index fingers down to the ground, opening through the chest, broadening through the shoulders. Inhaling here. And exhaling as you send the chest down to your Baddha Virabhadrasana, your humble warrior. Allow the hands to reach up for the sky, the head to hang heavy. Grounding through the outside border of the right foot, the left knee points forward. One more breath in and out. Before placing the hands down at a 45-degree angle in front of you again, option as before to have the blocks here if they are within your reach, to allow you to create more space. Keeping the left knee pointing forward, reaching through the crown of the head. One more deep breath in and out here. And then when you're ready, sending the hands around to frame the left foot, pivoting on the right toes, keeping the right hand down by the left foot, sending the left fingertips up towards the sky for your easy twist. Think about reaching through that back heel, tightening through the right thigh. And then one more breath in, and as you breathe out, framing the front foot, stepping back to a plank, dropping the knees down as wide as the mat, sending the big toes to touch, and the heels back towards, the hips towards the heels. Allow the fingertips out nice and long, and allow yourself a few moments here, noticing how the body feels different. If you wish, you may of course go through the flow again in your own time, but for now we are finishing.